early childhood.
Yes,
तो
of
बहुत
course.
बहुत अच्छा लगता है। अपने पेरेंट्स से भी हम कुछ ऐसा ही सुनते हैं उनके बचपन के बारे में, और वैसा ही कुछ आपने भी हमें बताया कि आप लोग बाहर जाते थे खेलने, लेकिन आजकल हम लोग का बहुत ही इंडोर सा हो गया सिस्टम। सो हाँ, हम भी चाहते हैं कि हमारे पास एक वैसा ही बचपन होता, बट नॉनदलेस हर जनरेशन की एक अपनी चार्म होती है। सो आपने अपने जवाब में अपने पिताजी का जिक्र किया। सर, आप अपनी पेरेंट्स के बारे में, अपनी फैमिली के बारे में थोड़ा और बताएं हमें, और आपका ग्रेटेस्ट इंस्पिरेशन कौन रहा?
My father was my greatest inspiration, and in my family, my parents, apart from my parents, I have my younger brother and younger sister, and and then of course after marriage, I have my wife as well as two sons who are in there only, and one is in class fifth and one is in class third. My father was my inspiration because what he had done, even I feel that I have not done in my life. He was my grandfather was an illiterate farmer, and my father had his earlier childhood in village, typical village, and there till now nobody has come out what my father has done so good. And he studied a lot and he did well, and then he would get a job of his own, then he could support us. And with that, and he used to narrate us a lot of stories also. He used to tell us, and I remember my father had to go to his office, and then I had to drop him by cycle. And on the way to the bus stand from my house, he used to tell me a lot of stories. How that person has done, how that person has done, how that person became an administrator, how that person became a scientist. So those were an inspiration for me, and I felt everything that all those things played in my mind, and whatever I'm here today is because the motivation, the inspiration that he gave me, and I still consider him as my ideal. Um, so I never had to look upon anybody else, my family, other than my family for that. And I'm quite fortunate to have a father or parents like this. And he always took care of me to ensure that I should get what I want for my studies and for my hobbies.
Of course, sir. Like, even for me, my father is my greatest inspiration, like you said. And, sir, as you said about getting transferred from one place to another because of your father's job, Arushi, I think, can relate it to very well, sir.
You can highly relate, highly relate.
Yeah. So, sir, were you like easily, did you easily accepted those changes, like shifting from one school to another, getting new friends, and leaving those who were already your friends behind you?
Yes, it's quite difficult, especially for parents, whose parents are in transferable jobs or who are in services. They have to adjust to that. Even my kids also, they are adjusting to that. Every 3 years, 2 years, they have to change their schools. I was more fortunate because in his first posting, I was there at a place for 10 years, and then his next posting, I was there for another 10 years, or 5 years, in fact. So that way, I changed 2 to 3 schools only. But um, it is a difficult situation. Also, you leave some of your good friends, but it is also a good situation, or it's a good. At times, it's good for the life also that you meet to know new people also, and you make more friends also, and you know more about the other towns and other people as well as the teachers and the educational institutions about that. So I feel, as we say, the life is about uh, the progress that we make. Life is about running. Life is about going. So in that way, it's in line of that, and it's a kind of the changes that we adopt every day.
Okay, sir. Yeah, very, very well said. Actually, even I feel that sometimes we do lose a good friend, and but I think I'm kind of used to it, and I like the exposure of getting into new towns. So sir, अगर स्कूल की बात हो ही रही है तो आपका बिहेवियर कैसा था सर स्कूल में? आप बदमाश थे, मतलब सीधे से बच्चे थे? हाउ वर यू, इनोसेंट और वर यू नॉटी?
Yes, sir.
एक दो किस्से प्लीज हम लोग के साथ शेयर कीजिए।
नॉट नॉटी तो मैं नहीं कह सकता, मेरी तरफ से ऐसा एफर्ट नहीं था नॉटी रहने का, लेकिन आई वाज परसीव्ड एज नॉटी आल्सो मेनी टाइम्स में। और स्पेशली क्योंकि आफ्टर क्लास फिफ्थ मैं हॉस्टल में गया था, और हॉस्टल की लाइफ टोटली अलग थी वहाँ पर। और क्लास 6 टू क्लास 10 मैं हॉस्टल में रहा हूँ। और सबसे पहले पेरेंट्स से अलग होना और बड़ा डिफिकल्ट होता है, और आपके लिए, और बहुत छोटे होते हैं आप उस टाइम में। और उसके पहले तो आप घर पे रहते हैं तो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हरकतें करते हैं पेरेंट्स, आप उसको चल जाता है, लेकिन वो जब हॉस्टल में जाते हैं वो हरकतें आपके लिए, साथियों के लिए होता है डिफिकल्ट हो सकती हैं, और आपके टीचर्स के लिए डिफिकल्ट होती है। तो अक्सर मेरे साथ हमेशा ये अनफॉर्चुनेट रहता था कि जब भी कुछ गलत होता तो वहां पे मैं पाया जाता था। तो उसके बाद से मुझे बहुत सारे पनिशमेंट्स मिलते थे स्कूल्स में। उस टाइम मुर्गा बनने का बड़ा फैशन हुआ करता था, मुर्गा बनते थे हम लोग, हवाई जहाज बनते थे दोनों हाथ उठा के। और एक इंसिडेंस है कि हम लोगों ने डिसाइड किया था, होली का त्योहार जब होता है उसके एक दिन पहले हम लोगों ने क्या किया है कि सारे, हम आई थिंक क्लास 7th या 8th में रहा हूँगा मैं। और आई वाज गुड इन ड्राइंग, मैं अच्छा ड्राइंग करता था, अच्छा स्केचिंग करता था। तो हम लोग 2-3 लड़कों ने, हमने प्लान किया कि जितने भी लोग सो रहे हैं उनकी हम लोग मूंछें बनाएंगे रात को सोते समय, और उनको कुछ, सबका चेहरे पे कुछ कुछ कलरिंग करेंगे। और उसके बाद से हमने करीब, हमारे जो डॉर्मेट्री में करीब जितने भी 30 या 35 लोग थे, सबका हमने रात को आराम से मूछें बनाई। और किसी को हमने लिपस्टिक लगाया, किसी को कुछ बनाया, किसी को रूम बनाया, किसी को ब्राइड बनाया। और फिर उसके बाद से चूंकि हम ना पकड़े जाए, हमने अपना भी कुछ बना के सो गए रात को। अगले दिन सुबह बड़ी लंबी परेड चली, और उसके बाद से चिल्लाया जाने लगा कि बनाया था, काम किया। और मैं चालाक था, मैंने खुद किया था, बाकी मेरे साथ के 3 जो बच्चे थे उनको इस बात का नहीं पता था। तो उन्होंने नहीं बनाया था तो पकड़े गए बेचारे, और वो बोलते रहे कि सर इसने भी किया है, और बट मैंने खुद तो खुद बना हुआ है, मैं कैसे कर सकता हूँ, मुझे खुद नहीं पता है। तो दे वर पनिश्ड दैट डे, एंड उसके बाद वो मुझसे बहुत नाराज रहे कुछ दिनों तक, फिर मैंने उनको मना दिया। बट उसके बाद मेरे प्रिंसिपल हमेशा मुझसे बोलते थे कि, मेरे पेरेंट्स से बोलते थे कि ये आपका बेटा हमेशा अपने पॉकेट में चोट लेके घूमता है, इंजरीज या वुंड। मैं बहुत खेलता रहता था तो अक्सर मुझे चोट या इंजरीज होती थी, तो बट वो मैनेजेबल इंजरीज होती थी। तो ही यूज्ड टू ऑलवेज से कि ही ऑलवेज मूव्स अराउंड विद wound in his pocket. But I still remember hostel days, and sometimes in those days naughtiness is also good.
Yes, sir. So as you told that just for like saving yourself, you drew it on your face also. Sir, so was the same naughtiness continued in your college life also?
Now?
Sir, like
in your college life?
college life, sir?
No. But in fact, after hostel days and when I went to the college, this was a bit different. Even till colleges, we were a bit naughty, but after getting into service and after getting into a lot of responsibilities, I don't think we can further continue with those things. But I remain naughty with my children at times. Activities in home, and whatever time I get, I try to be very sporty with them, and I try to tease them, I try to teach them, I try to play a lot of games with them or the puzzles with them whenever I get time.
Okay.
तो सर जैसे अभी आपने बताया था आपके बच्चे दे आर इन 7th और 6th ग्रेड, तो अभी लॉकडाउन चल रहा है, यू मस्ट गेट अ बिट टाइम फॉर देम। आप घर पे अपना टाइम कैसे स्पेंड करते हैं अपनी फैमिली के साथ, और इवन इन योर टिपिकल डे आप वर्क लाइफ और अपना काम कैसे मैनेज करते हैं?
लॉकडाउन का मुझे कोई बेनिफिट नहीं मिला, क्योंकि मेरा काम ज्यादा बढ़ गया है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
मुझे हर डे, नॉट आई एम नॉट गेटिंग विद वीकेंड्स आल्सो, और आई एम नॉट गेटिंग विद हॉलीडेज आल्सो, बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर काफी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के ऊपर काफी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है। बट मेरे बच्चे काफी खुश हैं, क्योंकि काफी लंबा समय घर पे मिला है। पहले वो हमसे बोलते थे कि पापा छुट्टी करा दीजिए, ठंड ज्यादा हो गई है, गर्मी ज्यादा हो गई है, बारिश ज्यादा हो रही है, और ताकि सारे स्कूल बंद रहें और हम किसी को मिल जाए। हालांकि मैं नहीं मानता था उस चीज को। लेकिन अब उनको काफी पहला 1 महीना तो उनको अच्छा लगा, और उसके बाद से अब नाउ दे आर मिसिंग देयर स्कूल एंड दे आर मिसिंग देयर फ्रेंड्स आल्सो।
Yes, certainly.
लेकिन उनको काफी इस लॉकडाउन का उनको फायदा मिला है। दे हैव लॉट ऑफ बुक्स नाउ, उसको पढ़ते हैं। ऑनलाइन क्लासेस जैसे आपके स्कूल में होता है, उनके यहाँ भी काफी सारे ऑनलाइन क्लासेस हो रहे हैं। काफी सारे उनको होमवर्क्स मिलते हैं, प्रोजेक्ट्स मिलते हैं। और कुछ हम लोगों ने मैंने मेरा पर्सनल चॉइस रहा है कि मैं उनको कुछ सारे पजल्स की बुक देता हूँ, या फिर मेंटल मैथमेटिक्स की बुक देता हूँ ताकि वो उसको करें। एंड उनको अच्छा लगता है। कुछ उनको रीडिंग का काफी हैबिट है, तो स्टोरीज पढ़ते हैं, जो अच्छी स्टोरीज। तो उससे दे आर स्पेंडिंग टाइम, बट नाउ दे आर मिसिंग देयर स्कूल, नाउ दे आर मिसिंग देयर फ्रेंड्स, दे आर मिसिंग देयर चिल्ड्रन, देयर टीचर्स।
Yes, sir. Like us, even me and Arushi, we are also like missing all our friends. We want the physical classes to start again because we are not able to find it. Online classes, like we are not able to do our musty in the online classes. So moving forward, sir, how did the thought of coming into civil services and working for people goods come into your mind?
थोड़ा ये डिफरेंट है, बिकॉज my early childhood days, my father used to tell me a lot because he had prepared for civil services, and unfortunately couldn't get through because he didn't have the resources that time. But I never had thought that time. We had few. I had never met any IS officer. I had never met any DM or somebody. They used to be considered very big people that time. I have one state service officer in my colony, so people used to give him a lot of respect, regard. But I had never thought. I was more into the engineering, so I got into IIT. Then I left IIT. I joined Merchant Navy, and then I worked in Merchant Navy for some time. And during my Merchant Navy days, people who were around me, they said you are too talented for this job, and you should be trying something else also. And most of my friends were going for the management that time. You know the IIM's Indian Institute of Management, ISBs. So they were going for those things, and that was normal course because after 3-4 years in Merchant Navy, you earn a lot, and then you can prepare for 3-4 months, and then you can get into those IIMs others, and many of them had got. I was the first person from my Merchant Navy career to get into IS. I thought about and I said, ki, that I should do something different, and probably I should take a more challenging thing. I should go for a more challenging prospect. Second thing was that it's difficult for me to remain in a particular thing for long. Means, I change my schools also, I change my career also a lot. And I wanted some challenges every day, some kind of thing, or every year I should be handling a different responsibility, some kind of. And this is the service where we can have that kind of exposure. You can be a subdivisional magistrate, you can be a developmental officer, you can be a district magistrate, you can be a commissioner, you can be a secretary of a department, different department. Today you are seeing the health department, tomorrow you are into the food, day after tomorrow you are into education, maybe next day you are into other things. So that kind of exposure you get. So maybe my father always wanted me to be an IS officer. My other uh, uh, people and my colleagues also thought that I'm too talented for this particular job. So but I always wanted a challenging career and where I could do more, I could contribute to the society, and probably this is the place where I could do it and I can make a difference.
यस सर। सो सर आपने कहा कि आपने मतलब पहले से कुछ नहीं, बचपन में नहीं सोचा था कि आप ये काम करेंगे। तो सर आपने प्रिपरेशन कैसे की? आपके जो सब्जेक्ट की चॉइसेस थी वो आपने कैसे की? और अपने जो प्रिपरेशन पीरियड है उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए।
तो ये काफी इंसिडेंटल रहा है। मतलब जब मैं मर्चेंट नेवी में जॉब कर रहा था और उस टाइम में हुआ था कि थोड़ा सा रिसेशन आया, और रिसेशन में हम लोगों को शिफ्ट पे जाना होता था, और नॉर्मली हम लोग 4 मंथ्स का करते थे टेन्योर और 2 मंथ्स का ऑफ रखते थे। और उस बार क्या हुआ, अराउंड इन 2003 एंड 4, मुझे शिफ्ट पे जाने में मुझे 4 मंथ्स का डिले हुआ, मतलब 2 मंथ से ज़्यादा 4 मंथ्स मुझे लगा, और बताया कि थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा। और उसी बीच में मुझे कुछ एडवांस कोर्सेज करने थे दिल्ली जाके, और वो मर्चेंट नेवी से रिलेटेड ही कोर्सेज थे। तो जब मैं दिल्ली गया था, अ, तो वहाँ पर मैंने देखा काफ़ी लोग हैं जो सिविल सर्विस प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं। और उसके पहले जब मैं प्लान कर रहा था मर्चेंट नेवी वापस शिप पे जाने का, तो मेरे कुछ एल्डर्स, मतलब फैमिली में थे, मतलब डिस्टेंस फैमिली में, जो कि सिविल सर्विस में 4-5 साल उन्होंने प्रिपरेशन किया था, और हम लोग उनको मठाधीश बोलते थे, इनटू दिस थिंग फॉर लॉन्ग। और ऐसा लगता था कि ये अनथिंकेबल चीज़ है, बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है, और इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अचीव बिकॉज़ पीपल टू टेक 5 इयर्स, 6 इयर्स, 4 इयर्स। तो मैं उनसे मिला था, मुझे लगा कि मैं सिविल सर्विस देखता हूँ क्या होता है। मैंने कुछ पहले बुक्स देखा, उसकी सब्जेक्ट्स देखे। मुझे लगा कि मैं कहीं फिट नहीं होता बिकॉज़ मर्चेंट नेवी का सब्जेक्ट था नहीं। नॉटिकल साइंस में मैंने किया है ग्रेजुएशन, तो नॉटिकल साइंस नहीं था वहाँ पे। मैथ्स एंड अदर जो साइंस सब्जेक्ट होते हैं, वो ऑलरेडी मेरा उससे टच छूट चुका था। तो मुझे लगा कि वो भी थोड़े मेरे डिफिकल्ट होगा। आर्ट सब्जेक्ट्स काफ़ी थे, लेकिन आर्ट सब्जेक्ट्स में मुझे डिफिकल्ट लग रहा था कि मैं कैसे उनको लूँगा। बट चूँकि मैं मर्चेंट नेवी कर 54 कंट्रीज़ में गया हूँ, तो मुझे एक आइडिया था ज्योग्राफी का, तो मैंने ज्योग्राफी सब्जेक्ट लिया। और ज्योग्राफी के अलावा फिर मेरे लिए ऑप्शन चॉइस था कि मैं क्या लूँ, पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन लूँ, सोशियोलॉजी लूँ, या क्या कोई लैंग्वेज ले लूँ। और फिर मुझे लगा कि साइकोलॉजी एक सब्जेक्ट ऐसा है जो कि हमारी ज़िंदगी में डे टू डे लाइफ में काम आएगा। और थोड़ा डिफ़िकल्ट था साइकोलॉजी एक इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट के लिए या एक साइंस बैकग्राउंड के लिए। बट साइकोलॉजी की जब मैं पेपर्स देखा और बुक्स देखा, तो मुझे काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लगा। तो मैंने फिर साइकोलॉजी लिया। दिल्ली जब मैं गया, तो दिल्ली में मैं पहले मर्चेंट नेवी का कोर्स कर रहा था। तो उसमें मुझे 2 से 3 घंटा मुझे शाम को टाइम मिलता था। तो उसको मैं फिर सिविल सर्विस का प्रिपरेशन कर लेता था। दिसंबर की बात है, और मेरे पास बाइक था और एक जगह मैं लिया था। तो मैं पूरे दिल्ली एक साइड से दूसरी साइड जाता था। एक साइड में मर्चेंट नेवी कोचिंग करने जाता था, और दूसरी साइड में सिविल सर्विसेज के लिए 3 घंटा जाके देता। शुरुआत में मैंने उतना मुझे लगा कि पता नहीं मैं कर पाऊँगा, नहीं कर पाऊँगा। लेकिन जब मैंने देखा तो मेरा हिम्मत बढ़ा। मुझे लगा कि एक ट्राई तो देना चाहिए हर व्यक्ति को, एक बार अपने लाइफ में सिविल सर्विस एग्ज़ाम देना चाहिए, बिकॉज़ यू लर्न अ लॉट अबाउट थिंग्स।
Yes.
दिसंबर में मैंने एक
यस।
कोचिंग किया जनरल अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए। और उसके बाद फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में मई में एग्ज़ाम था। फॉर्च्यूनेटली मेरा फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में हो गया, और बाई अक्टूबर मेंस का एग्ज़ाम दिया मैंने, और फिर नेक्स्ट डे मेरा रिज़ल्ट आया, तो देन मेरा इंडियन रेवेन्यू सर्विस में हुआ था। एंड आई फेल्ट कि जब मैं बिना कुछ किए इतना कर सकता हूँ, तो एक और अटेम्प्ट देना चाहिए, एंड देन नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट मैंने ज़्यादा अच्छे से दिया, उसमें मैं आईएएस हुई।
हाँ सर, मतलब अटेम्प्ट तो लोग 5-6 साल बैठ के देते हैं। एंड यस, डेफिनेटली साइकोलॉजी की आपने बात की तो मेरे मतलब वो लगा, क्योंकि मैं भी सेम सब्जेक्ट अभी पढ़ रही हूँ अपने 12th में। डिफिकल्ट होती है, बट हाँ, अगर आप उसे अप्लाई करके देखो अपनी लाइफ में तो काफी समझ में आने वाली चीज होती है कि यू डू द थिंग्स इन योर डेली लाइफ। ऐसा मेरा मानना है साइकोलॉजी के बारे में। तो सर, जब आपका आईएएस इंटरव्यू
बिल्कुल
देना
सही है साइकोलॉजी के बारे में। देन हम लोग वो गैप, हमारा जो इंटरेस्ट है या जो हमारा एम्बिशन है, और हमारा जो पोटेंशियल असेसमेंट है, जो हम अपने बारे में असेस करते हैं हमारा क्या पोटेंशियल है, उसमें अगर ज्यादा गैप होता है, या अगर तब हमारे ड्रीम्स हैं या हमारा जो डायरेक्शन है वो अनफुलफिल्ड रह जाता है। तो रियलिस्टिक असेसमेंट बहुत जरूरी है हमारा अपना, कि हम क्या हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं। बट कई बार अंडर रेट करना भी नहीं चाहिए। हम लोग अक्सर अंडर रेट करते हैं अपने आप को कि नहीं हम नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि बहुत बार हम वो जब तक वो चीज नहीं देखें, वो अचीव नहीं की, हमको नहीं पता चलता है। तो मेरा एक सबके लिए ये सुझाव ये होगा कि पहले आप ये सोचिए कि आप किस चीज में आपका इंटरेस्ट है और आपका पोटेंशियल क्या है। अम, अगर आप साइंस स्टूडेंट हैं, या अगर आर्ट्स के हैं, या आप किस स्ट्रीम के, अलग अलग फील्ड में आपका उस स्ट्रीम में ही आपका 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 उसमें करियर पॉसिबिलिटीज है। दूसरा, अगर आप सिविल सर्विसेज के लिए आना चाहते हैं, सिविल सर्विसेज में मुझे लगता है कोई भी आ सकता है, कोई भी कर सकता है। केवल 2 चीज चाहिए, आपको अपने आप से ऑनेस्ट होना होगा। यू कैन नॉट फूल योरसेल्फ। इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आप जो पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं या जो तैयारी कर रहे हो, अपने लिए कर रहे हैं। आप अपने पेरेंट्स के लिए, बाकी लोगों के लिए या दिखाने के लिए नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि वहाँ पे आप अपने आप में खुद सेल्फ है। दूसरा, डेली आपको अपना स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस को आपको एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा, और देन यू वर्क अपॉन योर वीकनेस, और स्ट्रेंथ को आपको उसमें एनकैश। ये एक स्ट्रेटेजिक वो होता है, लड़ाई है। स्ट्रेटेजिक लड़ाई में कि मुझे पता है कि ये मेरा सिलेबस है, मुझे पता है कि ये मेरे इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, तो आई हैव प्रिपेयर्ड टू दैट कि मैं उस तरह के हर टाइप के क्वेश्चंस में आंसर कर सकूं। मैं प्रकांड पंडित नहीं बन सकता हूँ, हो सकता है उस विषय का मैं एक्सपर्ट नहीं बन सकता हूँ। वी आर नॉट स्टडिंग टू बिकम एन एक्सपर्ट फॉर दैट सब्जेक्ट, वी आर स्टडिंग टू क्लियर दैट एग्जाम। वो आपको इंश्योर करना। और इंटरव्यू के लिए मेरा जो सजेशन होगा, और नोट्स बनाने इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं सिविल सर्विस में, नोट्स इस तरह से बनाने होते हैं कि ताकि हम उसको रेफर कर सकें और उसको हम लोग यूज कर सकें अपने अपने आंसर राइटिंग। और इंटरव्यू के लिए मेरा ये होगा कि इंटरव्यू इज नॉट अबाउट योर नॉलेज टेस्टिंग। नॉलेज टेस्ट आपका प्रीलिम्स और मेंस में हो चुका है। इंटरव्यू इज अबाउट योर पर्सनालिटी। एंड पर्सनालिटी कई बार क्या होता है कि हम लोग बट स्कूल लाइक डीपीएस या जहाँ पर ऑलरेडी हर बच्चे को मौका मिलता है बहुत सारे एक्टिविटीज में पार्टिसिपेट, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि पर्सनालिटी विल बी एन इशू। बट एनी टाइम, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स हम लोग नर्वस होते हैं ऐसे सिचुएशन में, तो आपको उस सिचुएशन को बार बार आपको उससे गुजरना पड़ेगा। मे बी मॉक इंटरव्यू देना पड़ेगा, मे बी जो क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं आपके पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में, आपके इंटरेस्ट के बारे में, आपके हॉबीज के बारे में, आपके सब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में, उसके लिए आपको तैयार रहना पड़ेगा। और आपको इस बात के लिए भी तैयार रहना पड़ेगा, कुछ क्वेश्चन आप आंसर नहीं कर पाएंगे तो उसके लिए भी आपको तैयार रहना पड़ेगा कि उसको आपको कैसे हैंडल करना है। बट मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस रहा है इंटरव्यू में, इट वाज वेरी प्लेजेंट एक्सपीरियंस, दे वर वेरी गुड टू मी एंड probably they were more looking into whether I'm fit for the, वहाँ पर अपना आर्गुमेंट के लिए नहीं जाते हैं। वी शुड नॉट आर्ग्यू विथ आवर पॉइंट। हम लोग वहाँ पर अपना पॉइंट सर्च करने के लिए नहीं जाते हैं। एंड हम लोग वहाँ पर ये पता नहीं सब्जेक्ट में मेरा ये नॉलेज है या आई अंडरस्टैंड। I think those who want to prepare for civil services, everybody should give at least once in their lifetime एग्जाम देना चाहिए। उससे बहुत नॉलेज मिलता है, बहुत जानकारी होती है। लेकिन सिविल सर्विसेज नॉट एवरीथिंग आल्सो, आई वुड से देयर आर मेनी पीपल हु हैव डन बेटर who couldn't do in civil services. But if you are preparing for civil services, you make this as the sole goal for maybe 1 year, 1.5 years, and you'll crack.
बहुत अच्छी एडवाइस थी। आई होप ऑडियंस को उनका जवाब मिल गया होगा। कई लोगों ने पूछ लिया था ये सवाल कि हमें भी बनना है तो कैसे करें। IAS himself has given the answer.
And sir gave every point he shared with our viewers and with us, so which can be like very helpful for us. The first thing I find was making reference notes. This is actually very important. It makes even us to understand the things clearly. Like we do make notes which are good for us. So moving further, sir, what were your feelings and emotions when the IAS results were declared?
IAS results were declared. I didn't expect that that second attempt I would such a good rank. I had expected कि मैं IFS IPS में आऊंगा। तो जब मुझे पता चला, सबसे पहले मैं अपनी मदर को मैंने बताया, and I told her that I have got into this, and she was very happy, and she said कि yes, I knew that you'll get into the way you have prepared for that and the way you have done it. Then others, my friends and colleagues, they got to know, and many of them couldn't do it so well that time. I felt sorry for them also, because it was a mixed feeling also with few people, and then you get into, and then others they don't get into. But later on, they also got into another. And this was a successive achievement which I got. My first experience of having achieved was in class 10th, when I topped my school, and I never had expected. My parents also were, because till that time I used to get either 3rd, 4th rank or 2nd rank, and the person who used to top in the school, they were very good also. But I prepared well, and when I topped, my father, and he got to know about the result, and he didn't tell me. He came back to the home, and after that, of course, class 10th exam, he came back to the residence, our home, and he said कि results आ गए हैं, and now this is the way. On 4th आया, the person who used to rank 3rd, he has come as, जो हम लोग normally come 3rd, so there are 2 persons at 3rd. Then he said about उसका इतना marks है, Then he said, कौन second आया? Then मैंने कहा अब तो लगता है मेरा कहीं नाम नहीं है, मैं लगता है 5th 6th पे रहा हूँ. And then suddenly he said कि my son has stopped, and मैं उतना थोड़ा बड़ा था लेकिन उन्होंने मुझे and then he said कि you have topped, and probably that is the most memorable memory. I would say my memory, even more than getting into IS also, because that was first time my parents felt something and they were very happy about me, and I can never forget that day. And probably that enabled me also to think or to dream high, or to have an ambitious dream in my life. And everybody might get or would get this kind of experience in their life if they are honest to themselves.
तो सर बचपन से ही पढ़ने वाले बच्चे थे जो हम लोग बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, एंड हैट्स ऑफ फॉर दैट.
Like, yes, sir. You're really inspiring us, and we are even feeling that we should be like become serious about our studies from now, isn't it, Arushi?
Very much. I feel like अभी बुक्स लाओ, हिस्ट्री, पॉल साइंस बैठ के पढ़ते हैं. सर थोड़ा मदद भी कर देंगे यहीं पे.
I think Priyashi is only there. Arushi is not visible.
Oh, okay, sir. So, sir, Arushi was saying that she's also very motivated by you, and she's feeling like she should start studying in front of you so that even you can help out us. Sir, so moving further, we know that.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, so would you please share about your typical day in your life? So you work hard for betterment of people. So how a day in your life goes?
Every day is a bit different also, because now my schedules are normally fixed for next 1 month. Which time, what meeting I'll be doing. The scheduled meetings are there already. So in the morning, and I spend about half an hour to 45 minutes on the newspapers, what is going, and I also drop what we'll be doing today. Then I ring up my officers, and then I tell them what they have to do today and what are the things they have not done which they have to focus today. And if there is any important thing that I notice it in the morning, then also I tell them. Then after getting ready, I push for the office or field section, as the case may be. In a week, 3 days, I go to the field for seeing what is happening and understanding, meeting with people, as well as attending the functions and various programs. In office, I have very fixed and very hectic schedules and meetings with various departments, various people. In a week, I meet people twice also in my office. Everybody who comes to my office, I meet them and try to understand the issues and try to direct concerned person to resolve as far as possible as per the rule. But then we have many times we have various crises also comes up in between, so we have to attend that also. Many times we have a lot of issues. And then more than that, you get to attend so many things during a day. Maybe at 11 o'clock you're taking a review of the education department, maybe at 11 o'clock you're taking a review of the health department, then the evening you're taking the review of ICDS or Anganwadi, or next day you're talking about the pensions. So those things we have to that everything is on track and every one works what they are supposed to do. And then during the field inspection also we get to notice many things, whether why particular road has not been built, why a particular place the water is not there. And then the people also tell us a lot of issues, and also resolve it. During the law and order, it's one of the most challenging thing when you have people fighting each other, or maybe you have issues there. Then you go with the force and you handle them. Try to persuade them not to do. If they don't understand, then you use the force. First, them you get them arrested, or you ensure that. So in that, it's very would say kind of we get to spend district magistrate. We also hold our courts also, where the people come with a lot of issues, and then the lawyers come and then they put forth their matters. There are three types of courts. One is the revenue court where the land matters are discussed. There is another type of courts where the executive magistracy case where we deliver judgments about somebody's guilty or not on some issues, and then we can ask them to fulfill a bond, or we can send them to a civil jail also. And third would be other kind of, like on liquor, somebody is caught with liquor, or somebody is has done mischief with the food items or with other things. So there also we hold the court, and we give the judgments, or we give the punishments. So that way, that part is also we have to take care. And lastly, we have to be in touch with all others also who are working. Suppose government of India is there. Both here is very important. So we have the international person, people also coming here. We have to attend to them also. His Holiness Dalai Lama and the VVIPs also come here. So we have to attend that also. We have to see that everything goes well and the security is not compromised.
Yes,
So
sir.
it is
So
indeed very difficult and troubled times nowadays due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected everyone and more to the underprivileged sections of the society. So, how are you facing this unique challenge? As we all know that you have been successfully taken ample care of the whole city, everyone here, as well as the underprivileged, and not ignoring their needs and requirements.
See, this challenge is this COVID-19 has probably poses the biggest challenge in front of humanity. None of us, at my age also, none of my parents also have seen such kind of situation earlier. And probably this is the first time we all are witnessing this kind of issue. Uh, this virus is very, I would say, difficult to analyze or to diagnose, and it spreads very fast. And though we have taken a lot of efforts, Honorable Prime Minister has declared lockdowns thrice, another lockdown will be coming. That is an attempt to prepare for future things, and that is an attempt to understand and to discontinue the cycle of this virus. Because ultimately, whatever we do as the administration, we are ensuring that people should not come out of their houses; they should remain in their houses. And those who have to be outside, they are well taken care of, or those who are coming from outside, they are put in the quarantine camps, so that the 14-day cycle is passed, and if they are infected, then the virus should not infect, or they should not infect other persons. But ultimately we have to understand this is a battle between the humanity and the virus, not between the administration or the government, or not between few persons, few
Yes.
section of society and others. It will affect everyone who is not serious, or who is not taking it seriously, or who is not observing the precautions. So if we are in the houses today, we are in the home, so we are safe, we can think over where we are. But tomorrow when we go out, if we don't follow the precautions, then we will be equally vulnerable to that. And it will not see whether you are from a big family or a small family, or you are from a small class, big caste, which caste, which age, it will not see. So the only thing that can and it will not go away, because vaccines have not been developed yet, and there is no way where it can be controlled immediately. Only it can be regulated in spread. So there are only two things that we can follow. One thing is we must wear mask whenever we are going out, and second thing is we must follow the social distance, and it is very scientifically done. Social distance is at least 1 meter or 6 feet distance from other person, because this virus spreads with droplets. That when we sneeze, if I touch anyone, if I am infected, if I touch anyone, it will not spread. I can sit with that person, I can gossip with that. But when I sneeze, so it comes on my hand, or when I sneeze, it will come, the droplets will come on the surface where I'm sitting or somewhere. And when somebody else touches that, or when I touch my hand with other person's hand, then this virus or the droplets go to in hand, and when he touches his mouth again, so it spreads. Or when I sneeze and it goes, the droplet goes in his nose or mouth or in his eyes, then it can spread. Otherwise, it cannot spread. If somebody sneezes on your body or other parts, it cannot. So the only two way we can we can we can check its spread is if we are wearing mask, we can ensure that nothing goes in our mouth. And second thing, if we are making 6 feet distance, then we can ensure that even somebody sneezes, somebody is any droplets are there, it will not go into our eyes also or other. So that way, this people have to understand, because we cannot say that tomorrow if lockdown will be over, then virus is also over, because virus will remain with us, and we have
Yes.
to now live up with this virus.
Yes.
And but if we follow these precautions, then we can ensure that we are safe, our family is also safe, and our neighborhood is also safe. And I see the COVID also had come out with lot of opportunity, because we get many disasters earlier also. We get floods, we get cyclones, we get earthquakes, but there other persons are able to come out and they can do their job. But here everybody is locked down. So there are only few person who can come out, people or the police or the health and depend on them. So that's why it's a different situation than other situation. So we have constrained our resources also, manpower also. But what I see in future, that it will not go away immediately. It will be there for some time, and we have to live with this. We have to start learning to live with this, and we have to start observing those precautions.
Yes, so as you said, we'll be taking care of all precaution, and I think our viewers now also will be careful. Like when they go out, they'll wear mask, they'll wash their hands, and they'll maintain social distancing. So, moving forward, as we all know that social media was earlier regarded as a bane for society and especially for the children. They tend to spend a lot time on social media. But sir, in the present scenario, if we see all the important information we are getting from social media. So, as it was regarded as a bane earlier, now it's a boon for us. So any comments on that?
You have various online classes also, where
Yes.
in other terms we could have not gone. We have very standardized classes also, like very good reputed institutions, or maybe NCRT, or maybe CBSE, or maybe even IIMs also. They are conducting various other classes also, where we can utilize those things. So social media, I see that as an opportunity. Then you can interact with a lot of people also. Like, this is a platform where everybody can have their own morning breakfast, and then they can still study, and they can again go back to their lunch also after this, without coming to some other place. But there are consequences also, and one has to be very careful with that. uh, because it provides a level playing field. Anybody can post anything on social media, and we cannot check it. Means we cannot regulate it. And anybody can write good things, anybody can write bad things, anybody can use any names. So many times social media, many mischiefs, they try to put a content which may provide social hatredness in society, communal hatredness, or communal, which can disturb the communal harmony. It can, people can post misleading information about issues, like on corona also. Many people had put a lot of things can spread like that, and this is the dangerous, that is dangerous, and various disturbing pictures also they put, which was not true. So it's very difficult to know which is true or which is not true in social media, and one has to be very careful. Second thing, when we are forwarding something in social media, we should be very careful whether that message or that content should not harm anybody or any person, and whether that's a genuine thing or not.
Yes.
Many times we use. And lastly, I feel that it has provided lot of it has provided a platform where people can show a lot of creativity also. Earlier, a person has to show his creativity. He has to get an opportunity of platforms, or maybe stage, or maybe a kind of social media has provided such a good platform for anybody. If you are good in
Yeah.
singing, if you are good in acting, if you are good in writing, if you are good in anything, you can just record it and put it on social media. You can get the appreciation or
Yes.
the feedback.
Yes. So,
Yes.
Priyesh, like sir said that when we forward a message, we shouldn't forward anything that harms somebody.
Actually,
I was remembering that WhatsApp had taken an initiative that any forwarded messages, if they are if there is a doubt
fake.
कि वो सही है या नहीं, there will be
नहीं.
3 now. So I think yes, so that is a very good initiative, and some people just forward the messages like that. So
They
even
should do,
it's a
yeah.
message to the audience ki please uh, verify and then forward so that nobody is under a threat or anything.
Yes,
So
of
sir,
course, Arushi.
या एक्चुअली सर एक सवाल मेरे मन में उठ रहा था, थोड़ा क्यूरियस वाला था. Sir, looking back on the last 5 years of your career, what has been the highlight?
Um, Last 5 years, I have been the district magistrate or municipal commissioner only. I was municipal commissioner in Patna and then the district magistrate here, as well as I was district magistrate in Nagartala also, in Northeast. Uh, as a district magistrate, I try to do things which can help people as well as uh, whatever resources we have, we try to resolve their issues and then make their life better, whatever which can be done at our level. I remember in Nagartala, we had a lot of tribal population there, and
Yeah.
those tribal populations they are deprived of normal facilities from the the government or the banks, and many times the middlemen used to be there. Suppose I'm giving some money to them, then these middlemen used to take, and then they were not very literate, so they never used to go get that entire benefit. And it's long back. I think when before we had this Jandan Yojana of Honorable Prime Minister. So what I did, I came out with a system where we opened accounts of all the people in that area, and we linked all the benefits of the government through those accounts, and we ensured that no benefit will go in cash, and every benefit will go to that person through that biometric authentication only. So if I am A and I should get that money, so only I can get that money with biometric authentication. B cannot take my money. So that project got the highest award in our services also. The Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, he gave me in 2015 award also for that. That we call it Prime Minister Award for Excellence in Public Administration. So that was the highlight of that, and we did many other things also, which we got other levels of awards or recognition on. But more than that, we try to understand issues and we try to get a solution of that which is cost effective. As the municipal commissioner of Patna, my challenge was to ensure that, because earlier there were a lot of issues with Patna, especially as far as sanitation is concerned, as far as drainage is concerned, as far as the public image is also concerned about Patna. So I felt that a capital should look like a capital, and we should ensure, and any municipal body should have basic thing to ensure that sanitation should be there. I worked very hard on sanitation, and we purchased many vehicles. We got into a lot of technological interventions so that it can be ensured. Those days, the smart city project was being launched, and to my utter surprise, Patna was not amongst the cities that were selected from Bihar, because it ranked low in whatever criteria they had fixed. I said that I will not accept it, and then we worked very hard to get Patna, and it was through a challenge method. So through that challenge method, we had to score better marks than other cities to get into that smart city tag. And for 6 to 8 months, we started a campaign. We brought people along. We gave them a dream, and then we collectively made a proposal for Patna, and which we ranked fifth all over India among the 30 among the 100 cities, and out of that 30 cities were selected, we were the fifth. And we were better than Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad, and we were better than even Tiruvananthapuram and other places also. So that was a highlight. That made us to believe that anything is possible. Because in spite of whatever negative we had, we could do it. Then we had 2 or 3 major programs also, like Prakash Parv and all. which we organized very well, and it gave Bihar very good image nationally and internationally. And the biggest challenge there was again the sanitation. As the district magistrate of Gaya, I feel that the challenge had been to ensure that Bodh Gaya being an international destination, we can ensure it. Then we have a lot of VVIPs coming here. We have a lot of programs being held here. How it can be ensured? Then we have a problem of drinking water here every time, and we have a problem
Yeah.
of and groundwater also here because we get the problem of drought every second or third year. So we worked very hard on that, and I would like to tell you that this year uh, we have much better water table than the last year. About 15 feet uh, gain we have got this year from the last year. In entire Bihar, Gaya is the district which has had the highest increase in the water table, and that has been mainly because of the various activities we did and the people did. People of Gaya did through plantations, through Jal Jeevan Haryali scheme, through Jal Shakti Abhiyan scheme, where a lot of water bodies were made, recharge borewells were made, and we will also be getting the water of Ganges in Gaya, which is a holy river and a holy site. And probably many of our parents or maybe their parents also have not thought that water of Ganges will come to Gaya, and soon, within a year or
True.
1.5 years, we'll get. So probably these are the things I feel that we have been trying and we have.
So you have been working very hard on the fields, and the results can be seen. Sir, what would be one of the most important thing we should know about you if we were to?
Um, First thing is that study was never my first choice, and I was more into the sports, games, and creative things. But I did well in my studies because I knew that that is the way forward. And during those days, uh, and my dreams can only come true if I can have better studies because of we didn't have that resource at that time. Um, so I still have. I try to get time whenever I get as a district minister. I don't get time, but whenever I can get time, I try to do something in the sports. I can play cricket very well. I'm a black belt in karate.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did it in I got in college level, but I cannot practice now. And then I do the workouts also. I do some exercises also whenever I get time. And I also like to solve puzzles or do some mental exercises also. And I can make good sketching. So it's long time that I have met something of that sort. And then there are other hobbies also which I try to pursue whenever I get time. So why is everybody can? I'm not there. I'm not an expert in any particular hobby, but I'm just above average and I enjoy doing that thing. So that is a facet probably people might not know about me.
Yeah.
And I feel that everyone should have some kind of hobby so that he can pursue and to de-stress.
Yes. Yes. So he has a ton of hobbies which he can do when he gets the free time, but the thing is he does not get the free time because he's so busy and devotional towards working for his people. और एक बड़ी अच्छी चीज सर से हमें और जो हमारी ऑडियंस है उससे सीखने को मिल सकती है that he said he wanted to be good in studies and he worked for it because he knew कि that is what will take him forward and ये होता है एक clear focus होना कि ये मतलब है मेरे को यही करना है ये मेन चीज है बाकी सब हम करेंगे so this will definitely try to imbibe in our
Yeah.
lives. You were a karate player, even I am a taekwondo national level player. Sir, आपको खाने में क्या पसंद है? Do you like sweets, spicy food? What are your
Or
preferences?
yes,
Are
sir.
you a
Or do you
foodie?
like,
Are you?
or sir, do you want chocolates over sweets, or you'll go for sweets over chocolates?
हाँ, like देसी
Um,
मिठाई या विदेशी मिठाई?
I like being a non-vegetarian. I like non-vegetarian food also, and but as a veg food also I like it. Chocolate and sweets. It's very difficult choice for me because to keep my fitness, because I try to avoid it in my age right now. But earlier I was very fond of sweets. Like in my childhood, my father used to bring every day morning jalebi. I used to like that jalebi very much. And then my mother used to make a shahi toast, so that you make from the bread. So
Yes,
that
yes,
also
Yes.
I used to like a lot. Other than then I like some of the sweets of the um, rasgulla or chena kind of thing, which I prefer. In food, anything my mother used to make, I used to like it. So
Oh.
my
That
family is
is
still
very
vegetarian.
sweet.
I was only non-vegetarian. So, but I like whatever she.
So as you said, you
That is
like
so
spicy foods. Food. So, sir, when do you get time at your house? So do you try making something which you like, or do you cook on yourself?
So they have expertise in everything: South Indian, North Indian, or Mughlai or whatever they can make. But I still prefer when something is made with my wife's intervention, and when she supervises, or when my children demand anything. They are very fond of cake, pastries at house, and they are fond of biryani and chole bhature kind of thing, pav bhaji kind of thing. So my wife intervenes and she ensures that this is
sir.
cooked properly. Then I
Sir
also
is
have some
district
choice.
magistrate. Ma'am is home minister. Sir is district magistrate. Ma'am is home minister. That is what is every house.
Of course, our mothers are. Sir said that he used to eat whatever her mom used to
Sweet
make.
whatever. If you could switch your lives with anybody, who would that person be?
May not be the entire life, but some part of life. I think I would like to be an astronaut.
You'd
Um,
like to be an
I have
astronaut.
seen
Why
the
so?
Earth. I have seen the world. I have seen around more than 54 countries. I would like to see
Now
how it
in
looks like to be
space.
in the space,
Yeah.
and how it look like to be see the other planets or the stars, and how Earth looks like from the above. But I find their life very challenging, very scientific, and they have to adapt themselves a lot, and they see the entire world with a different perspective. Here on a small place of Earth or small places, we fight for small. But when we go in the space, we see entire Earth the same, and everybody is just a human or just a land. So I feel as an astronaut, we will have that vision also about ourselves, the humanity, or about Earth, about the world, what we are doing, and about the our history as a human race. That we are very small, tiny self in this entire
Hmm.
universe. Larger thing to do.
I can see the curiosity shining in Sir's eyes. I could literally
Even
sense it.
sir,
Like,
sir loves adventure. I can say that he always want to be in some different profession and carry out those works, which has a lot of adventure in it.
yeah, he's an amusing person. He is, surely.
So, where do you see yourself in 3 years? What do you hope will be different about you then compared to now, sir?
In 3 years, one thing I'll get promotions. I'll become divisional commissioner or the secretary to government of a state government or other level. But beyond that, I would like to pursue some kind of courses. Maybe if I get an opportunity in Harvard in USA, or maybe Cambridge in UK, and I would like to upgrade myself. I would like to learn more about the finance, and especially the macro finance and economy. And I would like to pursue. We normally get an opportunity to have a study for 1 year or 2 years. And as an IS officer, we can go to the various universities outside, and those who are willing to, and we can pursue with the one of the best institute, and come back as a better knowledgeable, or maybe a better person who can implement things in a better way. What I'll be doing.
So it is ambitious as well. So now, thank you for devoting so much time to us. And now we'd not
Yes, sir.
love to end this interesting journey of the privilege of talking with the first citizen of our district. But as all good things have to come to a conclusion, we have also reached the end of our session. So, on a
Yes.
parting note, would you like to give any message to all the young minds out there?
Um, First thing, uh, dream, because when you dream, then only you will achieve. And never give up whatever you have thought, because many times at your age, or when I was at your age, I never thought that we could do things or we could achieve which used to be seen as impossible. So you must dream big, you must think big, and you must try to achieve that, and never give up whatever you have thought of. No goal is a small, means even whatever you, if you want to do something in studies, if you want to do something other field also, not a single goal is, you can say, or I should say, small. I've seen many people who have not done well in studies because they were not capable of, not because their intention was not, they were not capable of. They did very well in other fields of life, other walks of life. Had studies only, the thing, then Sachin Tendulkar would not have been Sachin Tendulkar. Virat Kohli would not have been Virat Kohli. Lata Mangeshkar would not have been Lata Mangeshkar. Amitabh Bachchan would not have been. Or maybe Mr. Modi was not Mr. Modi. So that way, there are so many things that we can do in our life. Just make sure that whatever we do, we have to be honest to ourselves, and we should try to give our best, and we should enjoy the life also. We should not put so much of burden on ourselves. कि, "Acha, I couldn't do this thing, so I'm not good for anything." One goal or one achievement is not everything in our life. All of us who you people might be considering us successful, we also have seen the unsuccess in our life. We have also seen the failure in our life, and but we have lived up to that, and we have come out of that. So getting failure in life is not something which should be seen as it cannot happen in your life. It will happen in your life, but we should have a tendency to learn from our mistakes. We should not repeat the mistakes, and we should strive to do our best whatever we can. And I believe everything is possible in our life. Everything is possible. There is only, there are only two inputs. One is the effort, second is the cost. That is, if those things match, we can achieve anything. So my suggestion to all audience here who are listening to me,
Yes.
Thank you,
I
sir, for
see
coming.
potential to become everything in your life. Just realize and strive hard for it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving such a beautiful message to us and our audience that
Yes, sir.
stay ready for failure. That was one thing I really liked. Ki failure is something that will happen. It is inevitable, but that doesn't mean that your life
We
has
should give
ended
up.
there. Yes, and yeah, we should not give up any. Okay, so yeah, you meant the same thing. Yeah. So
And also, yeah.
thanks
And
a
also,
lot,
yeah.
sir.
And also that sir mentioned about being honest to yourself. If you're being honest to
Yeah.
yourself, that really matters and that can really help you to achieve your dream. If you're honest to yourself, then you can do anything in your life.
Yeah, true. And if you are honest with yourself, I don't think anything can go wrong. And knowing Sir's thoughts and being able to hear them from himself was such a great opportunity, and I felt enlightened in some
Enlightened.
portions where
Yes.
he
And also
told about his
motivated.
IELTS interview preparation and all.
Yeah.
So, very inspiring and motivating. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, the audience
And
doesn't
Thank you,
want this
Arushi. Thank
meeting
you,
to end.
Priyashti, and thank you
thank you.
everyone who has been connected to this.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming here and taking out your time and talking with us and motivating every one of us. We wish you luck for ahead, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good day, sir.
And thank
Okay.
you, audience. And Arushi, don't you want to tell them about our next sessions? I mean, this is not the end, of course.
Yeah, sure. सो ऑडियंस अभी आपने देखा कि हमारे डीएम सर अभिषेक सिंह ने अपनी जिंदगी के कुछ खट्टे मीठे एक्सपीरियंसेस हमारे साथ शेयर किए and this was truly a golden opportunity. This session has indeed been very enlightening to listen to motivational and inspirational words of Mr. Abhishek Singh. और इसके लिए हम शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहेंगे पूरे डीपीएस परिवार का कि हमें ये सुनहरा मौका दिया गया।
Yeah,
सर
we are really
हम ये आशा करते हैं कि आपकी आने वाली जिंदगी का सफर बेहतरीन हो और हमारी तरफ से ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं पूरी ऑडियंस को और थैंक्स टू द डीपीएस फैमिली। अगले सेशन के लिए भी सब तैयार हैं और इसी
yes.
इसी प्यार के साथ हमारे साथ जुड़े रहें।